tell you, sure does feel good to be in the studio where stuff like, works. Last week was a little bit crazy. Things weren't necessarily working the way that they should be working. But here we are in studio. So here we go. It's going to be a good show. Super excited. Super, yeah. Super. Yeah. Super. Let's go.
Hey, you guys, come on. We've only got 5 minutes till Glenn gets here to do the show. Let's go. Come on, Vicky, Pam, Susan. You sure? You sure? Yeah. Come on. Okay, let's go. Hurry, come on. Let's go.
Hey, you all. Stay tuned for Grow Your Business for God's Sake and mark your calendar for August the 14th.
Wait! August the 14th and 15th, that's our birthday! Woo!
Be watching for more information.
Are you in the automobile industry? Oh my goodness, do you know about the 800% Club? Glenn Lundy heads this up and it is awesome. He helps businesses grow. John Paul Guidry knows all about it. His business has grown 111%. He even bought a whole red convertible and a whole pink convertible to take the traveling planes all around road tripping. Yep. And Liza Myers Borges, oh my gosh, she's making so much money. She relocated Josh O and hired him at the CMA Group. Awesome. And by the way, James Gavin, I done got you. I'm up on this Peloton and I will have it, bud.
Hey, my name is David Hook. I'm with Bob Hook Chevrolet in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm here in Naples, Florida, actually right now at our first 800% Club retreat. We've been with the 800% Club since November, a little over 90 days with Glenn Lundy, and we've experienced tremendous growth already. December and January, we were both up almost 50%, 48% or so. Glenn's been teaching us just some awesome techniques to grow our business. This retreat's been spectacular. We had Danelle Delgado down here speaking to us, teaching us as well, and we just had a great time growing together. So looking forward to the next year, and I recommend the 800% Club to anybody who wants to try.
Gail, get up. Don't hit snooze.
Did you all know about the Morning 5? No snooze button, no phone first thing. Gratitudes and goals for the physical. And send someone an encouraging message today. Implementing the Morning 5 into your daily routine is a strong way to start the day. Congratulations to all those that have finished the 67-day challenge. Shout out to Mike Stevens, who finished last week, and Angie Rupert, who is coming in hot towards the finish line.
Unleash your superpowers. Buy some gear. All current hashtag Rise and Grind gear is on clearance to make way for summer swag.
Summer! Woo!
Just go to riseandgrindgear.com to suit up with the best.
Rise and Grind is more than just a morning show. It is a family. I mean, Glenn Lundy starting this group, one man with a microphone and a closet, and he created the Twang Sisters. And we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. We actually have a business. Did y'all know twang's a verb now? All because of Glenn. 1 year ago, we were in this very room, and we signed the wall, the Twang Sisters. So thank you, Glenn. We're so blessed. We love all the Rise and Grind family. We love you so much. And now your host, Glenn Double N, is coming up.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to 1, a father to 7, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Wow. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? My goodness. I feel like, I don't know why, but I like missed you guys. Does that make sense? I missed you guys. I was on the road a little bit, and we had to do Thursday's show. Got kind of weird because I had to get to the airport, and it didn't necessarily work out the way that I wanted it to, so I didn't get to connect with you Thursday morning the way that I would like to. Of course, we were still able to connect, but then and Friday morning we had problems with the show as well. On Friday we had an awesome guest, so I've got the recording. We're gonna have to clean that up and get it out to you. We had an awesome guest, but Friday morning we had a little difficulty as well. So here it is. It is Monday morning, Monday, June 22nd, 2020. That's right. It's Monday, June 22nd, 2020. I can't believe it. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, June 22nd, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Fair enough? Let's make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. It's supposed to be like 85 degrees and sunny here in Lexington, Kentucky, where I'm going to start my day. I believe it's supposed to be super nice up in Virginia, which is where I will end my day today because I get to spend some time with CMA, the Carter Myers Automotive Group, one of the most amazing, if not the most amazing automotive group in the entire country. Hey, if you're looking for a place to work, if you're wanting to start a new career and you want to work at a place where the people are just amazing and they're growing and they pour into their people, Carter Myers Automotive Group is a great, tremendous, phenomenal choice. Just reach out to me. I could probably help get you plugged in over there. But that's where I'll spend the end of the day. I hope that you had a great weekend. I know it was an incredible weekend for a lot of people. I saw a lot of like pictures of all the things that different people were doing this weekend, which was amazing. I got an opportunity to spend some time down in Tampa, Florida this weekend. I was with the Furman Chevrolet Mazda group, an incredible group of individuals that broke all-time records last month and the month before, like in the middle of all the things that are going on. They've been breaking records that have been in place for over 120 years. This organization has been in place for 125 years total. So I got to spend some time down there this weekend with them, which was amazing, being back in the the Saturday morning sales meeting, working with their sales managers, so on and so forth. But then I also, while I was down there, I got to have dinner and spend some time with Danelle Delgado and Brad Wise, who are both just truly high-level superhumans. And as we were sitting at the table and we were having conversations and we were talking about our lives and all the wonderful things that come along with that and our places of gratitude and all of that, as we were sharing all of those stories and having that conversation, my soul started to stir. And I believe theirs did as well. And we started thinking about ways that we could make a bigger impact and how we could do different things in our lives where we could really tap into the best versions of ourselves that we could possibly be. And so the conversation, went a certain direction that we didn't expect. And we ended up spending hours and hours and hours at the table. I think we were there like 4 hours, 4.5 hours at this incredible restaurant. And through it, ultimately what I walked away with is what life looks like. What does life look like when your soul has everything that it desires? Right? Like the soul, this part of you that's detached from the flesh, right? A separate entity. The soul, if you look up the actual definition of the word soul, it says the spiritual or immaterial part of human being or animal that is usually regarded as immortal. It also says it is the emotional or intellectual energy or intensity, especially as revealed in the work of art or an artistic performance. Immortal. The part of you that lives forever. Now, I know there are some that watch this show right now that believe that there is a part of us that lives forever, that we have a soul, that there's a spiritual side to our existence. And then there are others here that watch this show that aren't quite there yet. And so here's how I want to start off the week. I want to make sure something is really, really clear, because I totally am down with all people. I'm totally down with all beliefs. I'm totally down with all of that. Like, you and me, we are equal. We are same. But here's something else that I know. What's up, Kristen Tibbs? Great to see you. Mr. Brad Smith, always a pleasure. Here's something else that I know. Until you can learn to connect with your spiritual side, with the existence of you that exists without the flesh, the you that can still see without eyes, that can hear without ears, that can smell without a nose. Until you can connect with the spiritual side of yourself, you will continue to perform at a level below that for which you are capable. That's my disclosure. That's my truth. That's my reality. I'm not saying you can't perform. I'm not saying you can't be successful. I'm not saying you can't have a good life. I'll never say any of those things. But until you can connect with the side of you that is outside of you, you will never be able to perform at the level for which you are capable. However, once connected with proper training, you can ultimately live a life of fulfillment that is beyond your wildest dreams. That is the truth. That is what's real. And that's going to lead us into this segment where we're going to do some dancing. That's right. Hey, thanks for those stars, Matthew Fry. This is the part where we kind of stretch out. We get the body moving a little bit, right? Right? For those of you that don't, or those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. I'm not playing today. I'm not playing this week. If you normally don't hit share, please do so this week. You owe me. Hit that share button. There's 77 people right now. I need to see 77 shares. Like my man Travis Flaherty, he's going to hit share. And Alicia Watts, Janelle Griego, she's going to share. Kim Fair's going to share. She just gave us 200 stars. Sarah Ball's going to share. What's up, Terrell Lake? What's up, Mike Stevens, John Coltonborn, Mike Higdon, Vicki Everett? That's right, everybody. That's right, Eric. Share it out. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, James Gavin? This is also the part of the show where I say good morning to you and you say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Hey, and for those of you that know, that don't know, that are newer to the show, what's up, Adam Aarons, my man? Those of you that are newer to the show, don't normally watch the show, we have a Facebook group called #Rise and Grind. You can look it up. In the group, you're going to get nothing but motivation, education, and inspiration. That's it. It is a safe place. Motivation, education, inspiration. We would love for you to join the group. For those of you that are already in the group, do me a favor and invite some other people to the group. Let's get everybody up in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, James Gavin, Whitney Wells, Sean Weatherby? Dude, that message hit my heart yesterday. Thank you so much for going live with your son and having your son share what the experience of you being in Rise and Grind has meant to him and your family, dude. Absolutely beautiful. What's up, Eddie Brown? How you doing, Danielle Rose? Great to see you. Boom. Also, those stars, you see some people dropping? Dude, drop those stars. Drop those stars. What those stars are, those are donations to the Rise and Grind group, to the Rise and Grind show. And what we do is we take that money and we go out into the community and we make an impact in people's lives. Last week we were in the middle of downtown hugging on homeless people, hugging on the homeless and handing out gift cards. That's what we do here on #Rise and Grind. What's up, Leanne Lancaster? How you doing, Trey? Did I already say good morning, Travis? I'll say good morning again. What's up, Rick Tamburino? Man, it feels good to be here with you guys this morning. It absolutely feels so incredible to be here with you this morning. You ready to dive in? I love it. Let's do this. You know, it's really interesting when you try to define the soul, when you look up definition of soul, what you'll find is, of course, you'll find definitions like what I showed you there just a moment ago, you know, the spiritual or immaterial part of a human being or animal regarded as immortal. You'll see definitions like that, but you're also going to find hundreds of others. There are literally hundreds of definitions of soul, from 5 key components that make up a soul, from spiritual understanding of soul, scientific understandings of soul. There are so many different definitions of the soul that it gets really cloudy. I mean, there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of definitions, of understandings, of interpretations of what the soul actually is. And yet, just like everything else in your life, good morning, Liza Myers-Borges, can't wait to see you. Gail B. Craft, great to see you. Vicki Everett. Just like everything else in your life, your soul has the ability to grow and to evolve. How you doing, Natasha Roberson? Great to see you. Matthew Fry. It has the ability to grow and evolve. However, in order to do that, it requires training. I mean, just like the mind requires training in order to grow and evolve, just like our bodies physically require training in order to grow. I'm working on that guy right there. To grow, that's right, Scott Simons, that one's for you. To grow and evolve. Just like everything else, the soul requires training in order to become the absolute best version of itself that it can possibly be. Now, in order for us to train the soul, thank you for the stars, Terry LaPierre, Leanne Lancaster. In order to be able to train the soul for success, we ultimately must first try and understand it, right? We have to understand and define, what does success look like for the soul? Like, we don't know what to train on if we don't know what the result is that we're looking for. Just like you don't know what kind of run to go on or what kind of workout program to go into if you don't know what type of result that you're hoping to achieve. So this week, we're going to focus on that. How can we train the soul? How can we train this thing that is so hard to define, that ultimately has so many different understandings and interpretations? So it starts with understanding what success looks like. Then we'll reverse engineer this week. We'll show you how you can tap into that and ultimately step into the beauty, a beautiful life. As I was talking with Brad and Danelle as we were having dinner, man, it was just amazing to be in a room with people who truly and thoroughly are walking in their purpose. Truly and thoroughly enjoying every moment and every step of their life. You see, when my grandfather died, when I got the honor and the privilege of watching my grandfather pass away, the biggest takeaway that I had from that experience, as my grandfather ultimately we were told he had moments left to live, and he hung on for 2.5 days, and he was able to die with his family all the way around him and with his wife of 49 years in his arms. What I got to take away from that experience was, undoubtedly, we are spiritual beings. At the time, I didn't know that. At the time, I didn't believe that. At the time, I would have argued against that. But in that particular moment, I experienced it. And once you experience it, there's no going back. There's absolutely no going back. Globally, people tap into that spirit, that soul, that part of you that is outside of you. Globally, people tap into that spirit in many different ways. Some people tap into it through prayer. Some people tap into it through meditation. Others may tap into it through ceremonies, different particular ceremonies that they like to carry and hold. Some tap into it through song and dance. Others will decide to tap into that side through rituals or medicines or different texts. But ultimately, human beings around the world have been trying to tap into and discover the desires of the soul for thousands and thousands of years. Why is this? Why is it that globally all humans, all 8 billion of them, have been trying to tap into and discover the desires of the soul? And the reason being is because ultimately it is only through forces outside of you that you can experience the greatness that is inside of you. Mike Stevens, Sean Weatherby, Aaron Lang, Corey Raines. Don't miss this. Jeff Baker, I know you know this. Angie Ruffer. Don't miss this. Mike Higdon, don't miss this. Scott Holbert, don't miss this. Screenshot this if you need to. You see, it is only through forces outside of you that you can experience the greatness that is inside of you. That's fact. Your soul has a desperate desire to be good, to be true, to be kind, and to be profitable. You see, your soul has this desperate desire to embody something truly beautiful and ultimately to be free. You see, your soul has a need to love, to grow to grow you as a human, to continually perfect itself and to connect with the universe around it. You see, in all people have this, regardless of their race, regardless of their background, regardless of their upbringing, regardless of their religion, regardless of all of that. We all, as human beings, all of us, have these same true needs to transcend out of this place and ultimately connect in a way that is pure. A way that is rid of judgment. A way that is rid of fear. A way that is tireless. And a way that is fulfilling. Your soul desires to be in a place of true freedom. And my friends, you're going to find your true freedom when you walk in purpose and in love. Purpose and love. You see, ultimately, your soul's biggest desire is to be true to itself. To walk in strength and in power with influence so that you can ultimately make an impact in other people's lives. This week, we're going to train your soul for success. Because when we train the soul ultimately will extract the greatness that is within the man. And because the man is a mere shell of what the human can truly do, if we serve our soul, if we serve the soul, we can make the greatest impact on this planet. I'm going to give you a careful example of this. If you open your hashtag Rise and Grind planner, today, Monday, June 22nd, if you open your planner, and for those of you that are like watching and you're like, hey, Glenn hasn't filled out his planner. Dude, my planner's over there in the backpack filled out. All right, this is the one I use for the show. Okay, this is the prop planner. If you open your planner, what I love about these planners is every single day, right at the top of the planner, we have a quote that is submitted by a member of the Rise and Grind group. Again, if you're not a member of the group, make sure you join in there. Hashtag riseandgrindgroup.com. You can learn more about it, right? So right here at the top, every day is a quote that is submitted by a member of the Rise and Grind community. So the planner itself is made by the group for the group. Now, on today's quote was submitted by a woman named B.G. Campbell, a.k.a. Bambi Campbell. And the quote at the top says, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Bambi, as I read your quote this morning, I couldn't help but think about your story. You see, Bambi started here in the Rise and Grind group a couple of years ago, and when she started in the group, she came from a place of a deep depression. She had her husband and she had her kids, and he was doing a job that he hated. She was smoking heavily. She wasn't taking care of herself physically. She had thoughts of suicide and leaving this existence. But Bambi started. We did a series called Hashtag Unrecognizable. And we did these little 30-day runs where we just started purifying ourselves of some of the old so that we could make way for something new. We started training our souls, not just our flesh. And in doing so, in 30 days, Bambi was able to quit smoking. 30 days later, she started taking care of herself physically. It wasn't much longer after that. Her husband decided he wanted to go out and he was going to quit his job and create his own business. And she was able to support that without fear because she was walking in purpose and she knew that all things were for good. Just like it says right here. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. And since then, Bambi has had trials. She has had struggles. She had a little girl that they thought was going to die. Actually, she did die. She died physically. And she came back. And I saw Bambi post on her page. She posted on her page just a couple days ago, or in the group, I think, maybe. Yeah, I think she posted it in the group. And she posted that for the first time in her life, her family was taking a family vacation together. She'd never done it. They never could afford it. They were never able to step into that. She wasn't able to create space for that. But now, because she's trained her soul and her spirit, and she's becoming the best version of herself that she can be, so she can go out and make an impact in other people's lives, her life, the freedom she now has, she's been rewarded. She's such a powerful soul. I hope this week you'll spend time with me. I hope this week you'll bring your friends. I hope this week you'll share these out. I hope this week, as we walk through how we can train our soul, you'll start to see and understand that all of these things of the flesh, the things that divide us, the things that we argue about, all of these things of the flesh matter zero. It is the purpose and desires of our soul, of the thing that is inside of you that will extract the greatness, the thing that is outside of you that will extract the greatness inside of you. That's humanity. That's what makes us us. That's what keeps us free. Love, purpose, freedom. When we apply those things, we become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And you see, the decisions you make today to walk in that, to step into that, I want you to understand that seemingly small at the time, ultimately, those are the decisions that are going to make an impact in your friend's life, in your family's life, that make a massive impact on this planet. You just showing up here today, hitting the share button, typing in the comments, sharing the mornings with me, going through this experience with me, getting to see Adam and Gail and Janelle and Sean and Rick and Vicky and Liza and Scott and Sarah and Tina Overfelt and Rick Tamburino, Pam Biddle, Cindy Conley, like all of you guys, man, Terry LaPierre, Pam Biddle, James Gavin, Leanne, Kim, Pam, Brad, all of you, as I see you in here, Mike Stevens, as I see you in here, I just want you to know that you showing up makes a massive impact in my life. It really does. And I, for one, absolutely stinking love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely freaking love you. You have no idea how much. You too, Jesse IK and Spark, man. You my boy. And Michael Guthrie. Love you too, bro. All right? So listen, go out there having a phenomenal day today. An over-the-top, amazing, massively impactful day today. Go out there and do that. And then do me a favor, would you? Will you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.? Because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day. I'll see ya. CMA, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I can't wait. I'll see y'all soon.